I'm going to record this one, guys, and we might put it out as part of the boot camp. So just before we get started, the workshop, I should say, for those of you that don't know, what we're doing is this week, the live traders, we've recorded some sessions that we're going to let sort of people from outside the group see. So we're going to put those in a group we've got called the Ninja Light Group. So if you're interested in trying to get 2 and 3, trying to refer a couple of people, just sort of better let you know that's a resource that you've got available to you at the minute. If you're not sure about it and you want to know more, if you send me a message, then I'll get you hooked in. But all it is like, for example, me and Brian are talking about the Ninja Group, and then Anne is interviewing Brian about trading crypto and metals. I think Anne did that one. And then I'm with Adrian talking about how he trades and so on. So we've kind of got all this on, and Kevin and Rob are talking to each other about structure and scalping and then indicator and stuff. So all it is, it's kind of a peek into the group and what we're doing. So, and the benefit of that, of course, is with 2 referrals, IM Academy don't even charge a card as long as everyone's on the same package. So if you're on Platinum package, you want your referrals to be on Platinum. That's easy though, because that's the one we recommend. Well, not Platinum, FRX now it's called, just the basic package. Okay, so we might as well kick off. As usual, it's Monday morning. You know, I'm very cautious about trading on a Monday morning. If you've got any questions, it's a great time to ask them. But hopefully we'll go through and we'll get a few good setups and see if we can lay some traps for later. So let's share screen. Better because I might put this one out as part of the boot camp workshop. I need to change it on there because I keep saying boot camp, it's a workshop. Keep meaning to look in the dictionary to see what the difference is as well. Anyway, never mind. So just to cover this off, guys, give me 30 seconds. I know it gets boring, but again, a lot of new people joining the group. So if you're new, seeing this for the first time, you're very, very, very welcome. And I can usually tell the people that are going to really succeed with this by if they turn up on any of the live sessions or at least watch the recording. So if that's you, well done. And if you just caught a glimpse of this and you were trying to do it without watching any of the live sessions, you're going to find it a lot harder, is all I'm going to say. So because of that, I need to do this. Any trades discussed, you know, you can read it while it's up on the screen, but basically we are not financial advisors. We are not licensed investment brokers or anything like that. All we are regular people that have been on this journey, that have got somewhere with it. And we are happy to give our time up to help you shortcut the learning curve, because all of us, people say, what can I expect when I join? I say overwhelm and confusion, because it's right. There's so much to go at. So don't forget, you know, I think we are pretty great at what we do, not because we're fantastic trainers or traders or whatever, even just because we are here to answer your questions. You can interact with us, and yeah, we are successful, of course, but you know, we're kind of friendlier because we appreciate where probably a lot of you are at. But don't forget though, you've got IM Academy. There's so much in IM Academy, and I speak to so many members. Helen, did you put your hand up, or are you okay? There's so much in IM Academy, and that's what you're paying for. And I speak to so many members that actually have never been on any of the Go Live sessions for the IM traders, which is a shame because that's where we've learned a lot of it. So you got that. We recommend you maybe stick with one strategy, although what we've tried to do with the Ninja trading system is fundamentally we're all kind of basing it off the scanner at the end of the day. Okay, so we've tried to make it as systemized as possible. So if you learn one thing from me, you can probably apply that with something that Tom, our new live trader, started doing with colors, for example. He was doing a session and he was talking about how he's using colors, and he started off with the scanner. You go and watch David Kahn with Ninja Smart Money. He's using the scanner to, you know, to find his trades. So if you learn a bit from Helen, you learn a bit from Anne, you know, then you'll probably see how it fits in with what Brian's doing and stuff. So, you know, but if you're confused, just pick one thing and get good at that. We have to give a risk disclosure because we don't win every trade. So don't try and risk all your money on one trade because it doesn't work. One trade can make you, but sorry, one trade can't make you, but one trade can break you. Okay, so you never make $1 million off $100, but you can lose $100 with one trade. Right, so yeah, and that's basically the system. We let the scanner do the heavy lifting for us. So we can now get on. So has anybody got any questions on that, or are we good to go? take it, we're good to go. So first thing I do is check the news, and we'll look at that. There's nothing happening, boring. So that often means it's going to be a slower day. So 8:30 a.m. now, we've got a little bit of British pound, but that's yellow flag, it's low intensity. In fact, it's already happened 7 minutes ago. A little bit on euro later and a little bit on USD tonight. So nothing much there, which is why we also check myfxbook.com economic calendar. They sometimes list things differently. Green, 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 green. So it's all low impact. I hate that advert. So it looks like it's all low impact. There's a bit of medium there, 8 o'clock, but that's China. So good to go. Good to go. A nice clear day. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to open up two things. I still haven't had enough chance to play with this new colors thing. What we're going to do is going to open up the scanner. That's always my go-to product. And we're going to open up colors as well, which is the new kid on the block. If you're watching this as part of the workshop, then at the time we're recording this, you've probably still got about another 20 days left of it. It's a free trial at the minute for IM Academy customers. So if you get involved with IM Academy, you actually get access to this for free at the minute, and then it will be an add-on. It will probably only be something like $20 a month based on what else they do. But we shall see. But I'm going to start with the scanner, like I say, and then Tom, if you watch Tom's session from Thursday, he's basically using this like another indicator, so he knows when to get into a trade. It's quite a clever way of doing it, I thought. Right, so I start the 1 hour, and I like Trader's Way. That's my favorite setup, and I just start at the top. So there's no particular news, which is good. So straight away, we've got an opportunity here, but there's a problem with it already. Who knows what the problem is? Nobody knows. Put it in chat if you don't want to talk.
Brett, I'm following this and it just keeps dropping. That's for like the past hour, just keeps going. The D keeps moving.
Okay, so D keeps moving. That's based on watching it. So that's the first thing. So we'll talk about that. D moving. And then somebody else said it's a shark pattern, which indeed it is. Sharks bite. You see this bit here, the gap between the two entry points, they're the jaws. That's where the teeth are, right? Because you can get lulled into a false sense of security. Oh, it's hit entry, right? And then sure enough, it could push down here. So this RSI here, I understand Tom's got a trick on RSI, but a trick I've got for you is if you come and you go to indicators, just search for trend. Now, Barley Granville uses this trend strength index. And what he's looking for, just to make it visual, I'll put a horizontal line there. We'll make that one red for sell. And we'll make the coordinates on that one 1. And then I'll do another one down here, and we'll make that one blue for buy. We'll make this one -1. Now, as you can see, we are right down here, and it's a bit like stochastic. If it's down here at that extreme, it's most likely indicating that we're going to get a buy. So like here, look, dotted around a bit. Yeah, price did go up, but then look, it quickly came down again. However, how many pips was that? That was, believe it or not, guys, that was 38 pips. So there's another little golden nugget that I got from somebody. Now, we want this to be at least 80. And as you can see, who just for the new people, who can see how many pips that is?
$67.
Not 679. So yeah, 67.9, right? So I would not be looking at that anyway. And Tom says he's been following it and it keeps dropping. The reason I don't follow it is my experience tells me that it's going to be hard to get 10 pips out of that. You know, unless it's 80. So I would be very cautious. Now, just a quick note on what Tom said about it's moving. I don't know. I might look an idiot here. Not for the first time, but we'll see. full feature chart. So my basic system, as hopefully you'll see today, is 1 hour scan. Come over to TradingView. If TradingView wants to load. Then I go to the 15-minute time frame, which we're on. You can turn, why is it going so slow today, guys? Never mind. So we can hide that one because that's to do with banker strategy stuff. That's on. So if I go down to the 15-minute time frame with the Heikin-Ashi candles on, the D was at the bottom, so I'd be expecting the price to go up. But as you can see, like, oh, there's a ninja up. Okay, but this was 2:45 in the morning for me, so I wouldn't have been in that one anyway. But my point is, there's no ninja up other than that one. So the D's kept moving down. Is that this morning, Tom? Probably. So that has meant that the Ninjacator is not only telling me when it might be a good idea to get into the trade, it's also keeping me out of the trade because the D keeps moving, and I haven't got the Ninjacator alert letting me know the price is moving in the right direction. So for me, the Ninjacator is not just about getting into a trade; it's helping me keep safe out of trades. So that's good news. And in fact, I doubt that would be 10 pips, but you never know. Yeah, nowhere near. So what I'm going to do, this is, again, I'm trying to give you what goes thought process in my head. Simon, can't see your screen. Can you all see my screen?
Yeah, I can see screen, yeah.
Yep.
Thanks, Kathy.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. So I don't know what it is, Simon, but you might be on the wrong screen on your computer or something because it's obviously sharing. It's obviously broadcasting, so I don't know what's going on there. But it must be a glitch your end. Try logging out and logging back in, maybe. It'll be the same link, Zoom link. Right, so where was I? So what goes through my mind with this is it's a shark, and I only like, ideally, to take sharks if it's gone down to that second entry. So we're at 67 pips now, and down to that second entry is about another 18. So 67, 77, about 84, 85 pips. Do you see what I'm saying? So if the price comes down to this second entry, would that then qualify for an 80 pip scan? Yes, it would. And it would be a better setup for me because it's hit the second entry. So if I come over to TradingView and I actually put an alert on this, and what I'll do is I might do it on the 5-minute, like an early warning. So right click, add alert on the Ninjacator, giving me a Ninja up alert. And I'm going to do it once per bar close. So that means that the Ninjacator won't give me the alert as soon as the conditions are right. It will give me the alert as soon as we've had a 5-minute candle close and the conditions are right. So it's going to hang on in there to make sure the full 5 minutes has elapsed and then give me the signal. Now, I'm not going to use that to get in necessarily unless I can see that the price is flying maybe. So what's my thought process then, guys? Why would I set it on the 5-minute?
Then you can kind of reassess.
Yeah, exactly. It was a shark pattern. Has it hit second entry? Has it hit second entry yet? That's what's going through my mind. It's cost me nothing to set that alert. And if and when, well, the alert will go off eventually because nothing can keep falling forever. The price will eventually have to come up. So eventually I will get a Ninja up alert, but then I can come and I can, like Tom says, reassess. I don't have to take the trade, reassess. I can reass it. Which is always a good, it's always a good day when you can reass something, isn't it? So any questions on Euro GBP and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it? In my mind, I'm setting a trap. I might come and get to the trap and it might be an old boot in it. It might be nothing worth bothering with. Or it might be, might be a nice red velvet cake all ready to go or whatever. You know, you wait and see what you get, don't you? Now, if you want to analyze this a little bit more, if you look at the stochastic, I'm going to do it on the 15 minute again, top to bottom. We got a scan telling us the price should go up, so that's kind of good news. The stochastic is in the extreme on the 15 minute. If I look at it, I know we've got the multi-time frame stochastic. I still tend to do this. I don't know why. I still like doing this. The 1 hour is in the extreme. 4 hour is right at the top. So the 4 hour, and that each one of these candles is worth 4 hours. That's telling me we're oversold. But I ought to be able to get 10 pips out of this on an up move, because the 1 hour is oversold. So we should be looking for a buy at some point. But this could snake along for ages. Look at this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's about 13 candles there. So that's 13 hours in this case, because it's the 1 hour time frame. Each one of those candles is worth an hour. So it can snake along a little bit for quite a period of time. I've got an old pitchfork on there. I'm going to get rid of that one now. Move drawings. There we go. So that's my thought process on that one. But I have set a trap. Gut feeling, I probably won't be getting into that today. That's just experience. Can't teach experience. EURAUD, there seems to be a few euro pairs. Again, it's a shark. 184 pips. More like it, isn't it? 184 pips. If I put that on the one, still got room for that to push down. So let's go and look at this one. EURAUD. Now, what do you remember about the news? Oh, I thought they were on bank holiday or something. They're not. That's fine. I don't know why I thought that, but it's why it's good to check. You have to forgive my slow ass computer today. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if I can close a couple of tabs. I've been working it hard. Maybe it needs to restart. Okay, so again, I can remove drawings. Oh, it's Euro JPY. That's not what I want. I want Euro AUD. So this could kind of be a similar deal, couldn't it? This could be something else. Now, what I'm not always good at is looking left. So if we look left, if I put this on a line chart, and this is where Kevin is really good if you follow Kevin. So if I put a line on all of the pointy bits, there's a pointy bit there, there's a pointy bit there, there's a pointy bit there, there's a pointy bit. Well, I'll do a pointy bit there because I can see there's a lot of noise on it. Okay, I could do a pointy bit there. What you'll notice is if you do this, that you'll tend to find it almost doesn't matter which one you pick. You'll find that area, you'll find stuff going on. Like if I'm looking at that one there and I click it, look, that all matches up. And if you look back, that all matches up with it, and probably further back, that all matches up with it. So these are kind of your support resistance levels. And as you can see where we are now, the price, the good thing about the line chart is it gets rid of all the noise. It takes away all the wicks. These are actual candle close prices. So it makes it a lot smoother. And as you can see where the price is now, look, we are actually kind of in between this zone. But we've also got this nice support resistance level down here. So for me, that immediately, this one is a riskier trade. I think it should push down more. But because it's such a big scan, what goes off in my head is I could probably get 10 pips out of that, even if it retraces and then goes back down to another entry. I don't really know. Okay, so how much does it cost me to set an alert? Let's just have a look at what has been happening. Yeah, you see some of that ninja up there. I'm going to measure it in the middle of the candle, but that is roughly 10 pips. 11. right? So there is a chance I could get that. Let's just do a little structure business here. Right, who can tell me what I'm thinking with that line there? I'll make it even easier for you. I'll get rid of the moving averages. Get rid of the highs and lows. What's my thought process?
Downtrend?
Yeah, we're in a downtrend.
You're expecting it to move up?
Yeah, you're gonna hope it's gonna go to the trend line, aren't you?
So there's two things that I think with the trend line. So there are a lot of traders out there, and it's quite a respected thing. It's like, we're in a downtrend, don't take a buy. So that's one thing you could look at. I don't actually think of it that way so much. Could also draw a trend line here. Look, everybody happy with that? Got some nice touches, yeah. So it's also almost made like a channel. So that channel is 13 pips. So I tend to look at a trend line and go, well, yeah, we're in a downtrend. So a definition of a downtrend is what? Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and it will form a trend line. If I've got room to get up to a trend line, to get my 10 pips, because remember, I'm the sort of trader, I'm only after 10 pips. If I've got plenty of room, then that's kind of almost like a comforter for me. Because if I've got the indicator telling me the price is moving up, and I've got plenty of room to go and get 10 pips before it hits the trend line, that's one thing. So even though I'm counter trend, I'm still using the trend line to justify my up move. The other thing, of course, is, what's the two things I always say begin with B when it hits the line?
Could always break through.
Yeah, so if I see that, what do I expect next? After a break,
And back.
retest, and go up. So there's an opportunity for an up move there, maybe, if as long as I think I can get 10 pips out of it, and there's definitely an opportunity there. So that's what can happen, right? It could hit this one, it could break through and could go up to there. It could push down more because it's a shark, and then I'm looking for an up move. So in a nutshell, I guess we're talking about this, aren't we? It could come up, come back down to those other entries and support resistance levels that I drew on the harmonic scanner. So it could basically stick in this channel, break out that way, and then go up, or just continue to respect that and push down to the other entries. Now, I don't want to sit and look at this all day and try and determine, has it broken out, whatever. That's not what I'm about. So how much will it cost me to go to Heiken-Ashi candles? Right click. I'll do it on the 5 minute again.
Cost you nothing for an alert.
Sorry?
It costs you nothing for an alert.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing. Cost me nothing. So
Paul, quick question. Would you
no,
set?
you can't ask any.
All right, I've used them all up. All right, my apologies.
Oh, go on. Go ahead.
Would you set an alert for up and down in this instance?
No. Why not, guys? You can tell Tom why I wouldn't do a down in this one.
Right, with the trend.
Well,
If you're only looking for 10 pips, and it can go with either in this channel, it can go up or down.
it can. And you can certainly take the downs if you wish. But
Well, I'm just saying, if it goes down, you could then reassess. That's just my thought process.
So yeah, in my head,
Yes.
it's already down, so you don't have to watch that. You're looking for a reversal, which is an up. So.
Exactly. The scanner, right? You pay $175 a month for IM Academy tools, the scanner being probably the main one we use. Well, it is the main one we use. And you've got here a wonderful tool that has a high success rate at identifying a trend reversal. a trend reversal. Trend reversal. So yes, we are in a downtrend at the minute, but you got a tool that's looking for a trend reversal with a what % chance of going up to the median overall?
80.
80.
And you want to take down moves?
Well,
No, you're absolutely right. You're understanding the market structure. And if you want to do that, you can do that and you will probably be fine. But I guess the thing is, I'm always thinking of the path of least resistance and making it as easy as it can be. So I would only want to go in the direction that this wonderful tool that we've got is telling us the price is likely to go, because it's looking for that reversal point. So all the Fibonacci levels, support, resistance, and everything on here is indicating we are expecting the price to suddenly go the other way at some point. And we've got the Ninjacator to let us know when the price is moving that way. Now, if your analysis is, I actually think it is going to push down to that other entry line, which they don't always. You could look for the Ninja downs, you could take the Ninja downs. However, if I was looking at this now, if I was looking at this for a down, you see from there down to there, probably need to do that a bit more, get those touches up here. You see, it's bouncing off these bits here, isn't it? Coming down to there and then going up. So it's got to break. If I want a down, right, it's got to be at the top of that channel. This is what I just drew on TradingView, but on the lower time frame. It's kind of got to, it's got to be right at the top or right at the bottom to be able to get 10 pips out of that. I'd rather see it do its thing. I'd rather only take buys. That's what I teach. Only take direction towards the median.
that makes sense. That makes sense. I guess I'm just getting too aggressive.
I'm looking for one trade to get 10 pips and grow my account by X%. People might be watching this in the workshop. My target is 3, right? I won't say that I always do it, but you can check Radiant Pips to see how often I get 10 pips, right? You can check the results. I don't want to sit in this chair all day on the charts. So by using this tool and what I've done, 1 hour scan down to the 15, wait for the Ninjacator. Now, yes, I'm backing that up with other knowledge, which is why we do these sessions, because the other day, a couple of weeks ago, we stayed out of the trade, even though it met that 1 hour down to 15-minute Ninjacator, and we stayed out of it. NZD JPY, we stayed out because of something wasn't right. So, but fundamentally, I will often have my trade done in the morning, carry on about my day, get on with other stuff. That's my dream. You know, it's just greed and impatience that makes people go, well, if you can win once a day, you could win twice a day, do it in half the time. And if you could do it twice a day, you could do it 4 times a day. You could even do it, and then you could do it in a quarter of the time. And then if you're getting 3% a day, I'm going to go for 10% a day, Paul, because you're winning 89% of the time. Whenever you start thinking like that, trust me, it tends to fall down somewhere. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me, but I've spoken to a lot of traders and they find the same thing. Greed and impatience will take you out of the game.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
One trade can't make you, but one trade can break you. It's that business again. Right, so I've got 2 traps set on a couple of euro pairs. So now I'm coming to the next one and I'm seeing Euro JPY and I'm seeing that. What do you think? What do you think is going through my head about the euro? I've got traps set on 2 euro pairs right now. And then I've got another euro pairs come up and that one's broken the D. That one's gone haywire.
It's going to go down at some point.
I think it's going to go down at some point, but has it respected the scanner?
No.
No.
So that
D will withdraw then, maybe.
well, the D might redraw. If you look at that one, which one do you think is a better one to take without measuring it or anything like that? Which one would you rather take? That
Or that one?
or this one?
No, first one.
So you'd rather take that?
No, no. No, not that one. The
This
other
one?
one. Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather take that one because it's respecting the D. We could. It's respecting the pitchfork as well. That is more likely to be a safer trade than that because that's being deviant. That's not playing ball. See this lovely support resistance up here? Now this could be this could be what they call a banker's trader. That's, you know, it's the banks manipulating the market, because anybody would look at that and go, well, there's a strong support resistance level. Look at that. Draw a line on it. If I did that there, you got all that noise there. That nearly touched it on the X and definitely the D point. Anybody would look at that and go, yep, so support resistance, D point. It's a thing of beauty, this, isn't it? It's perfect. Perfect. 121 pip move. God love it. And yet it's screwed up. So if it's being manipulated by the banks, because the banks manipulate the markets, just in case you didn't know, then it makes it harder for me to make an informed decision. So that wouldn't be my preferred choice, but it's also on the euro, and I've looked at 2 other euro pairs. So that sets my spider sense tingling just a little bit about the euro. Because if they're manipulating the euro, well, they're just shysters, aren't they? Don't they know I need to get my 10 pips? I've got 2 cats to feed. Right, so let's just talk about this one, because this is a prime example. So we had a 1 hour scan at, put it on London time. So we had a 1 hour scan at the 7th at 18. 7th at 18. Maybe, again, I haven't rehearsed this. 7th at 18, it's all the way back here. Okay. A little bit there. Call me slow hand Turner. There we go. So we had a D point was right there where that arrow is. And then what do I say? Wait for a down. Now, 6 o'clock in the UK isn't a good time to be trading because obviously the market slowed down. So let's just have a look. So it's that candle there. Put it on ordinary candles.
Was it 8 p.m. or 6 p.m., Paul?
It was 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. So your market is 8 o'clock.
Well, I've done it wrong. I've done 8. Well, it doesn't matter too much. Well spotted though. I wondered who'd spot that one. So let's put, so that was the D point. Let's do it this way. So there was my D. More interested in the ninja. So we'd be expecting a ninja down move, wouldn't we? So let's put it back on Heikin Ashi. And the ninja down move was there, right on that candle there. Let's just have a look. I can already tell you I won't be in this trade. But look at that. It did, if you got in right away, it did 12.8 pips. But I won't be in it because it was 6 o'clock at night. But you can see how getting the 10 pip idea works, because then look what happened then. Shot completely the wrong way. So it would have been tight, but you would have got your 10 pips. Okay, and in fact, if you got to about 12.8, was it? And then it came up, you'd probably be thinking of getting out there, wouldn't you? You'd probably be thinking of getting out there, which is 10. Down there, it went to 11.7. You know, you had plenty of time to kind of get out the trade. Started messing about. On the DeLorean, something that I'm looking at a bit more, the guys on the DeLorean product, they have a 3 candle rule. So they say if you're not in profit in 3 candles, just get out the trade. And I never sort of really got it until I heard them on one of the sessions say what it's for. It's to get you out of consolidation periods where the price consolidates. So if the price suddenly just goes like here, look, it's kind of just consolidating, isn't it? It's going up and down. It's like there's a box. There's like a box there. Look, it's consolidating. We can make that box maybe a bit bigger. Sort of the bottom of these, top, bottom, top, bottom. It kind of consolidated a little bit. If you'd have done the 3 candle rule, you'd have gone, yeah, it's just messing about. I'll get out. The price is consolidating. So that's a little something you can, you know, like I say, we don't want to overwhelm or confuse anybody, but you get these little nuggets from places. And I was always like, no, because the price often will go, even if I'm in a trade for a while, it often will. But I quite like it because you'd have been out break even, probably, or minus a pip or 2, or plus a few pips, you know, but it's just that it's not a bad idea. And what he does is he goes, Alexa, set an alarm for, you know, if you're on 15-minute time frame, set an alarm for 45 minutes. 45 minutes later, you get the alert. You come and have a look at your trade, not in profit, close it. Saves you getting caught up in consolidation periods. Clever. Right. So yeah. So Euro JPY fundamentally, I did all that just to tell you I don't really want to be in it, and it makes my spider sense tingle a bit more about the euros. Any comments, thoughts? If you got a reason why you would get in it, feel free. You know, it's meant to be a group session, not just me yabbiting on it. Yeah. Now, maybe it is worth mentioning, if we come over to colours and we look at Euro JPY, if we can find it on one of these. Now, this is the problem with colours, because the way Tom's using it is slightly different to how it's meant to be used. But if you can find Euro JPY, there it is. I thought I saw it there. If you can find Euro JPY, just disappeared again, didn't it? It's gone. It was
Quite down on the 1 hour, Paul.
Is it down on the 1 hour? Thank you, Helen. Now, this is our wonderful, wonderful new toy.
Whomever that gentleman was that said to do the dual screens, that was genius. That was a great idea. So if you're kind of toggling back and forth between, like, I do the minute and the 5 minute, as opposed to constantly.
Can you open up 2 versions of this?
Yeah, I do 2. Yeah, like that. So I can toggle back and forth as opposed to, because once you go from minute 1 to minute 5, it just completely messes everything with these circles. I mean, whoever said that, if he's in this group, thank you.
That's another little top tip then. So if I find Euro JPY again, so now look, I can have this one. I can come over here and I could put it on maybe the 5 minute. And this is the 1 hour. I could maybe do that on the 15 minute or even the 30 minute.
That's when decrements.
So now you can kind of get a feel. That's a really good tip. Thank you for that. So on the 5 minute, guys, what do we think about Euro JPY at the minute?
Down move.
A down move. Who else has got another opinion?
I'm gonna say up because it's riding that trend line, that support.
Okay, so we got one up, we got one down.
Based on colours, I wouldn't do it at all at the moment.
Helen wouldn't touch it based on colours.
I wouldn't touch it either. I'm
Why not?
You're on the one. I'm sorry, you're on the 1 hour. I didn't realize that.
No,
I'm
this is
sorry.
the 5 minute.
No, you're on the 1 hour.
No box, no trade.
But you can change it. So this is the beauty. You can choose the 1 hour on the right-hand side. But if you look to the left,
Oh yeah.
Paul changed it to the 5 minute. And that's how I stop it losing its kind of losing the pair on the different time frames anyway.
Okay, got it. That's never mind. Okay, I wouldn't be in it.
Now, if you look at it on the 1 hour, hang on, that's changed to EuroCAD. It's refreshed, doesn't it? Hang on. Euro JPY, let's put it back. So now look, you got these verified greens on colors because it's retested these and proven, right? So this is a great example of what Tom was doing. Plug for Tom is on Thursday at 8:30 EST, which is 1:30 p.m. UK time. Now, can you see I've got a scan telling me the price should go down. It's breached the D point, and we're talking about, oh, the D will probably redraw and all that. But at the minute, there's no red box up here. How's the song go? Anybody want to sing it?
I'm not singing it, but no box, no trade.
We're going to do a karaoke version of Trading. Trading, the musical. So yeah, so
Paul,
there's
just a little
no,
bit confusion. So would you look at a 1 hour, like you're in 30 minute now? So would you look in 30 minute time frame or 5 minute time frame?
well, we've looked on the 5 minute. There's the 5 minute.
Yeah, that
How's the song
Yeah.
go? You can sing it, Asad.
sorry was that?
You know the song? You don't know
Which
the song. He sings the song like, you know, Bob Marley, No Woman, No Cry.
No box, no trade.
No
Nearly,
box, no
Anne.
trade. Yeah.
No, but
That's
Okay.
how what's his name from Dire Straits sings, isn't it? Talks. So look, if you're on colours, right? No box, no trade. So what he means by that is, if we come to the 1 hour, you've got these green boxes indicating a buy zone,
Yeah.
right? So that would be fine. If we were looking at this here, we'd be rubbing our hands together, going, this looks like a fantastic trade potential. We've got a green box. Wait for this trend line to go green. Go with the trend. The box, we want an up move because we're in an area where we know the price is basically oversold, so it should buy, right? It should go up. When that goes green, we've got a green arrow, we've got green boxes with a green outline, with a green line down here, with green bars there and green bars down here. It's good to go, isn't it? And
Yeah.
all of my back testing and everything, when I haven't had enough time to sit live with it, but every time I play with this, when those all line up, you have got another. We call the scanner a cash machine sometimes, which we shouldn't because we don't want to hype anything up. Oh, great! But when you know how to use it, it is a cash machine, right? And I think this will be the same. I think this will be another cash machine. And there's a third one coming in about 2-3 weeks with an updated harmonic scanner that I can't wait for. Can't wait for it because it also gives you a stop loss and a take profit automatically. And from what I've seen of that one, that's the third cash. There's too much in IM Academy. I don't know why I need to keep logging in. Maybe it's because I've got 2 of these open. I don't know. You should only be in one. So anyway, so everything. If you looked at that one on colours, what did it look like? There wasn't a red box at the top,
Buy.
was there?
No.
And there were loads of green boxes for buys. So at best, I've got confusion. The old me would have been, yeah, it's got to come down at some point. The new me now with colours and what Tom did is like, actually, I'm sure I can find something better. Because if I only want one trade a day, to grow my account by a healthy amount, why do you want to mess around with stuff like this? Only ever wanted to get married once, so I chose the absolute best woman on the planet. They say there's somebody out there for everybody. I'm hers. That a comedy
What have
thing.
you done wrong, Paul? Come on, what are you groveling for? You know she's going to find out anyway.
She's no interest in trading. No interest in trading whatsoever. So she won't be watching. So anyway, in terms of what have I done wrong, I like to be in credit. I like to get a few good ones in. Do you remember that time I did the washing up? That's what. Right, now this one is 183 of the Queen's pips. That is pretty damn good, isn't it? We've got a beautiful big scan. It's just about hit the second entry, even though it's a shark. We've got a bit of consolidation going on at the minute, but it's not only the D point seems fairly fixed, it's respecting the pitchfork as well. So it comes back to what I said earlier. I would rather attempt to trade this one than Euro JPY. And because Euro JPY is a bit crazy and it's the Euro as part of it, I just want to be a little bit cautious on Euro pairs in general. So I can set traps on them all. Again, I don't have to take them. In fact, let's just have a look. If I can find a Euro pair on here, you may not know this, guys, but you have built in currency strength. At the minute, Euro CAD, Euro is 19, CAD is 48. At the minute, Euro is weaker than Canadian dollar. So if Euro's weaker than Canadian dollar, what would we expect on Euro CAD at the minute?
The euro is going to go down.
Euro will go down. So that would be a sell. If your base currency, so if it's Euro CAD and the Euro is stronger, you expect to buy. And if the base currency, in this case, Euro is weaker, you expect it to sell. So if I go back and I find Euro JPY again, this will be interesting. It's on the 1 hour, wasn't it?
What is this? Is this free on the elite package?
No, it's going to be, well, we don't know. We don't know. At the minute, it's free for everybody that's in IM Academy.
Okay.
And they've got about another 20 days left, I think, maybe 21, 22. So you got some time left to play with this and decide if you want it. I would imagine, personally, I said it will be a $20 a month add-on, but that's like, come on.
Maybe on the elite package.
I don't know. Until they give us the pricing, I can't answer it. But it will, even though you've got the elite package, it might still be an add-on. DeLorean is an add-on, isn't it? $20 a month. I don't know. I think DeLorean you get included, don't you, in elite? We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, it will be included in the elite. People seem to be loving it so far. But in terms of currency strength, which one's stronger?
JPY.
Do you want to look at that again?
The euro, yeah.
But
Euro.
is it a lot stronger?
No, just
So at the minute, it's like pouring hot water on ice, isn't it? You just end up with lukewarm water, not a lot happening. So again, another way you can kind of use this just as like, oh, you know, and again, if you're new, if you're watching this on Workshop or whatever, and you're like, oh, this is all too confusing. These are all just little nuggets. None of these are hard. There's little bits. You just pick them up as you go. It's like driving a car or anything else. Right. So this one, I like the look of more. NZD USD. So I'm going to forget Euro JPY. I'm going to do NZD USD. No real news to worry about, which is a good sign. Heikin Ashes. Now, if I'd have caught, this is on the 15-minute time frame. Where's the D? So the D was the 7th at 16. So there's the original D point. So that was at 5:15. Again, tend not to take these trades, but I'd imagine, no, you'd have got drawdown. No, you'd have got drawdown. You'd have got 19 pips drawdown, but then, oh no, you still wouldn't have quite got your 10, but I wouldn't have been in that one anyway. When was the 7th? Was that Friday? 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th. Yes, that's Friday. So yeah, the markets are crazy as the markets slow down. So London's closed and New York's winding down. So that's why I won't be in that one. But this one, what a doozy. I'd imagine if you're getting halfway through that candle, 16 pips. If we'd have got in on this one, let's do this one properly and just see where we're at. Back on ordinary candles. So this one here, you'd have got in at the bottom, you'd have got 7 pips drawdown, you'd have been up 3 pips, you'd currently be up 9 drawdown. So you remember what I said about that 3 candle rule? Well, let's say you're getting on this one, so 1, 2, 3, you could do it that way. You're in consolidation. Price isn't doing anything. Monday morning. This is why I don't like placing trades on a Monday morning. It's not doing anything. So what would happen is you'd come here and you'd get out either on that candle or that candle, depending on when you start counting your 3. Okay. So if you'd got in at the bottom there, the worst case scenario is you'd be 5.8 pips down on your 3 candle rule and go, do you know what? It's just not happening, is it? Might as well just get out. It's what one of the old live traders on Go Live, he's not on there anymore, but he used to just call that slush. It'd just be like, it's just slush. It's just like, so what? Lost 5 pips. So what? So that, I still think that will go down though, and that's up to you, your analysis. Now then, if we do our other confirmations and we go top to bottom, let's put it back on Heiken Ashes. If we come top to bottom and I want this to go down, do you think that's ready to go down now on the 15-minute? What might I look at that might help influence my decision, let's say? Start at the top. So we had a D point. So we're expecting a sell. I'll draw it on in a second, but we've already said it's respecting the pitchfork. So far, at least. And it's near the top now. Notice what I said, it's near the top. Not at the top, near the top. So who wants to talk me through that?
You put an alert so that you're waiting for it to actually get to the top, and then if it as long as it doesn't break, then you can watch for the signs that it's coming down and then get in.
Yeah, that's spot on. Now you just need to tell me the signs.
I'll let someone else do that.
All right.
Sharing is caring.
Let's get rid of that.
Anything in balance, Paul?
No, not looking at any imbalance. You could though. I mean, imbalance, yeah, I talk about it on some sessions. So if I'm looking for spells of imbalance, improper price action, I mean, your eyes have to be drawn to this straight away, right?
100%.
100%. Eyes have to be drawn to all of this going on down here. So again, this is like banker stuff. So I've gone back on ordinary candles. If you look at this from the top of that wick there to the top of that wick, well, on this candle there be the next one, but then that's filled it in a little bit. You can see this period here, look, this is all buy. There's no sells balancing out. That's all buy. This candle comes down a little bit and this candle comes down. So in that area, we've got buys and we've got matching sells. In this area, we've got buy, we've got matching sells. We've got buy, we've got sells that come down here, look to match that out. But in this bit here, at the minute, it's only buy. Does everybody understand that? Is that clear for everybody? If we look here, well, there's a wick there. There's a wick there. That's all buy. In fact, up to there is all buy. In fact, up to the, well, no, that came down. So there you go. So we'll do that one. I think that's the line on my, yeah, my thing. So this here, I tighten that up actually, because look, I know that that one started at the bottom, so there's a little bit of probably down move in there because the wick came down that low. But that period there, look, is all buy. And somebody taught me, I forget who it was, but actually, for that to be filled, it's got to come all the way down to the bottom of that, hasn't it, for it to be filled? The sell has to balance it out completely, so it does have to come down the bottom. So really, you only have to really, technically, you only have to worry about that bottom line. But I tell you something that I noticed, these become points of interest on the chart. And sometimes, quite often, the price will come down to the top of the box, and then it will go and do something else, and then it will come down and it will bounce off it again, and then it will eventually come down. So I sort of leave this in as points of interest. And again, I'm only after 10 pips, guys. Oh, look, we just had a push up. Funny that, isn't it? Near the top of the pitchfork, I said. Near the top, still got room to go, and it's just pushed up a little bit. So that obviously isn't quite right. So I need to, edit my pitchfork a little bit. I'll draw it on properly in a minute, but I know at some point that these have to be filled, correct? It's got to. If I knew when,
Correct.
if I knew when, then I would be on my island by now, driving my gold-plated Ferrari, wouldn't I? Paying for various 80s acts to come and perform live for me on my island. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Howard Jones. I just pay for them to come and reform and do my gigs. But I can't, okay, because I don't know when that's going to be refilled. But it will be refilled eventually. But is that a probability stack? What I call probability stacks. 1, harmonic scan, the biggest. Number 2, it seems to be respecting the pitchfork so far. It could break through now. It's having a good push, okay? But ultimately, still expect the price to come down. I've now got imbalance telling me the price should come down. In fact, look at it. Bottom of that wick, top of that wick, nothing to match it out. Top of that wick, to the bottom of that wick, there's no sells. It's got to come down at some point. All I'm trying to do is get the best entry. If only we had a tool that could help us get the best entry.
You know what? You want to try that ninja thing
Ninja
from
what
Kevin.
sits.
It's really good. Yeah.
The Ninja what sits, there you go.
Mhm.
Ninjacator, Ninja down alert. I'm on the 15-minute. You can do once per bar, or you can do once per bar close. I'll do once per bar because I like to know straight away on the 15-minute in case the price is motoring down. I can go and grab my 10 pips in seconds, which sometimes happens. Not a lot, but sometimes. And I can also set an early warning on the 5-minute. Alert, indicator, ninja down, once per bar close. That makes the full 5 minutes, and that gives me a nice early warning. So I'll put on here so you guys know what I'm doing. Early warning. Check a trade. Right, just see how it's doing. Yeah. So I've got 3 traps set so far that would have taken me 5-10 minutes if I wasn't talking it through with you lot. So you guys holding me up. I knew I could be rich if it weren't for you measly pesky kids. Look at that. It's loving it, isn't it? It's loving the pitchfork. That was the 23 pip move. From the top there down to there was 23 pips. But I'm thoroughly expecting this to come down more. It's just a case of when. I find NZD tends to move fairly slow for me. I've heard other people go, oh, it's fast. I don't think they're right. NZD-JPY, you can see it actually did work. It did its thing, but I want to be in that one because I don't think it's big enough. OddCAD, well, it sort of, yeah, did its thing. It would have hit the median, but again, it wasn't big enough to play with really. But as a scan, it was successful. This one breached 44 pips, so it wasn't worth our time. Wasn't worth looking at. That was a beautiful one. If anybody got in that one, I'd imagine it was 80 at least. Let's see, 163. So this is what we're talking about, guys. I like to just go and get my 10 pips, but 80%
Was that on
sorry?
Friday? Was it the prices pushed up because
There was some news, I think, wasn't there?
yeah.
If you are happy with where the D is, let's supposing you got in there then on these blue candles, you put your stop loss just below the D and you go up to the median. There's a 1 to, well, it's 1 to 6 basically, 1 to 5.99. There's 6% account growth there given to you with the scanner. And that, Tom, is why I don't go in for the sells. That's why I just go for the buys. But I like to catch that first move, get my 10 pips, done for the day. And I've got 3 traps set today so far. But it's Monday morning, the markets are still warming up. I just wait, get the alert, and then take it from there. So that's all that seems to be available to us for a Monday morning, but that's good enough. I only need one. I only need one of these to come in. At the minute, I would like this one. That would be my favorite move, but it's consolidating. So I don't like trading consolidation. So you have to be patient, wait for the alert, and we take it from there. So does anybody get any questions? Because the builders are in again and they've started banging, so it's probably going to get noisy. Any comments? If it's not a question, anybody got anything they want to add? Or
As usual, brilliant session. Thank you very much.
I'm just saying the same stuff all the time.
But I need to hear the same stuff all the time.
But it's how you learn. Yeah, I was going to say, you know, I'll give you guys a massive tip, right? That's done me, that's really helped me. I used to struggle with everything, right? And a massive, massive tip is like, if you read a book, you don't know it. You take bits from it, but you don't know it. And if you watch one training session on something, you might go, that was a fantastic session, but you don't know it. Okay, you don't know it. I will have trainings playing as often as I can, even if I'm doing something else and I'm not stick glued to it. You'll be amazed at how much just goes in. All of a sudden you say something that you didn't realize you knew, but you find it. And just want many live trading sessions. Right, so who have we got on today? I know Mr. Huntley's on later. So this is the schedule. So you've had me. Sorry about that, but you've had me. Now Brian on the Q&A actually is off at the minute, off in Australia. If I'm free, I might jump on and do the Q&A, but at the minute he's grayed out because he's off enjoying himself visiting family. So I don't know if there's going to be a Q&A tonight. If I can, I'll jump on at 8:30, right? But if not, you got Rob at 6 p.m. UK look, and I'm sure he'll be happy to answer any questions if you got a burning question anyway. Tomorrow, if you've missed it, if you had a burning issue for the Q&A, I've been on them. I watch the replay sometimes, and to be fair, Brian doesn't always get a lot of questions. So if you do have a question, you can jump on Helen's session on Tuesday, and Helen is doing like the basics. So perfect if you got sort of one of those newbie questions. So that's happening tomorrow. And who's on tomorrow morning? Oh yeah, tomorrow Rob's on in the morning at 8:30. So there you go. So they're the sessions that we've got for you today. We'll stop share. I think I sort of saw a ninja up move on Euro GBP. Euro GBP's just got an up move because it's Monday morning. That was on the 5 minute. I'm going to wait for it to happen on the 15 to close out. Is anybody using moving averages? Tom is. Okay. So just to close out then before I leave you, look. So if you go into the Ninjacator settings, again, if this is all like confusing you, don't worry about it for now, right? It's just another confirmation. I just saw I've got it on the chart, but you can tick here, look, apply EMAs to chart, and you've got 4 settings. So I have EMA number 1. For me, I have as yellow. You can change the colors if you want. I think these are pretty much default, but if not, you can change them in the style here. But I have the 5 moving average is the average of the last 5 candles. That's the yellow line. Then I've got EMA number 2 is 200. That's this red line. That's the average of the last 200 candles. EMA number 3, that's this blue line here. Is that? Yeah, that's that blue line there. That's the average of the last 50. And then the trend change moving average, right? That is the 13 average of the last 13 candles. Now, where it's useful, the moving average, the trend change one is good because it changes from red to blue. Again, you can change the colors. Default might be green, I can't remember, but you can change the colors. So when it's red, guess what? Downtrend. When it's blue, guess what?
Uptrend.
Price is going up. Maybe I shouldn't say trend. Price is going down. Price is going up. Right, that might be more accurate to say. Where you can use this, if I come look on the 5 minute, the 5 moving average, look, the yellow line has just crossed the 13 moving average, the trend change one, and it's changed to blue. So it indicates it's another. I don't trade with trend lines. That's DeLorean. That's the DeLorean product. If you want to trade with trend lines, I suggest you go and watch DeLorean. They're on once or twice on a Monday, and then 3 times or 4 now, I think, but at least 3 times Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So you can go and follow them, and they're pretty good. They use moving averages more, but I use it as a probability stack. I'm still using the scanner to tell me price should go up, and the indicator to tell me when it might be a good idea to get in. This isn't on the 15 minute. I used a 15 minute for my entry. I used to use the 5 a lot more. You will get caught out sometimes. So I prefer to wait for the 15 minute entry. On the 15, you can see that the 5 moving average is bottoming out, but it's not crossed the 13 yet. That is a really good confirmation that the price is going in the direction you want. Because an up or down move, if you think about it, if it's the average of the last 5 candles, you're going to see that happen on the 5 moving average before you see it on the 13 moving average. And you'll see it on the 13 moving average before you see it on the 50 moving average. So the average of the last 5 candles, put it on ordinary rather than Heikin Ashes. So if you take the average of the last 5 candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, red, red, indecision, blue, blue, it's starting. Can you see it starting to turn? This is why this is flat. The average of the last 5 are sort of balancing each other out, aren't they? Whereas if you take it here, the average 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the average is definitely down. Let's go to the 5 minute. Let's give you a demo. Here, look, the average of the last 5, 1, 2, well, take it from there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see it flattened out because it's a bit indecisive, and it got close to the 13 moving average. Let's find one where it crossed. A lot of consolidation because it was Friday. Let's do a big one, bigger time frame. So yeah, 5 moving average is below that 13 one. It crossed, price was coming down. It bounced around it a bit. Here, it definitely broke away, look, and the price went up. And the bigger that gap, the more momentum. And then we got the news hit, bang, big spike. But that's how you can use that. So if the 5 is underneath the 13, you're most likely going to be, you will be in a sell. Then it started to come down, started to turn around here, look. Eventually it broke, and yeah, price went up. Here, it broke through, price went up. Broke through, price was going down. Yeah, price was going down here, started to turn. A lot of messing about with this really at the minute. But you can see the momentum here is a really nice down move. You got a nice gap between them, and you can see that the 5 is starting to turn. When they cross, that's another good confirmation for you. So at the minute, I don't want to get in on the 15 because I've still got that big gap. Now, waiting for that means what? I could miss out on some pips. but do I want to gamble or take a safer trade? I don't always use the moving average, if I'm honest, guys, but it's just another thing that I will have on a lot, quite a fair bit of the time on my chart, just because it gives you another kind of probability stack, another kind of, hey, what's going on? And then like you could always come to colors and look for Euro GBP. You can find it. 215. I wish you could put your own currency in so you could get a feel for what's going on. But that's the point of having this. IM Academy can scan the whole market for us. We can't. So now if you look at this from a colors perspective, have we got a box?
Yeah, red box.
So we can trade. We've got a red box up there, but we've got a green box here. Green is for buy. So what's this line doing? Can't trade. Can't trade this one now because that line is red.
Yeah.
So we've got no, but we've got a green bar. So that's for a buy. We've got green down here. So that's for a buy. And we've got green here. So the only one we're lacking is this. So if we watch that, and we can't set alerts on this, unfortunately. But again, what you'll find is, as you play with this more, what I'm seeing is the Ninjacator will often line up with this when it's giving you the right sort of signal. So you might want to check that out. But Euro GBP is probably setting up for a buy. Just go for 10 pips. Should be fairly safe. Personally, I might still wait for New York to open and I'll go for a 10 pip move then. But I've set these traps. If the traps go off, I'll just come back and reanalyze. So I can't tell you if I'll definitely get into this one or not until I get the alert, because it might consolidate. Okay, everybody happy? Have I managed to confuse anybody even more?
No, Paul, was very good.
So I'll race you all for 10 pips.
Paul, can I ask, when do you know how all the pips are worth different things depending on which couples you trade? Sorry, I know my use of the language isn't good today, but it's yeah, you get what I'm going. When do you decide on what the value is? When do you go in and do it? Do you do it all on a Sunday, or do you do it as you go in? Or
no, I do it basically. Okay, so there's the answer that I used to do all the time religiously, and there's the answer that I do now that you probably shouldn't do. So which one do you want?
Oh, I want the one you do.
Both.
Okay, there's basically there's three ways of doing it, really. The first way, the proper way, myfxbook.com, Forex calculators, position size calculator. Ignore the word stop loss and risk. Right? If you ignore those words on Euro GBP,
Or can you please share the screen if you don't mind?
No, because this is gold. If I give this away, I'd have to kill you. Right, so myfxbook.com, right, home, position size calculator. Home, Forex calculators, position size calculator. The currency pair was Euro GBP. Ding, 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 ding. Euro GBP. My broker account, I've got one in pounds, but the others I've got, because you can have more than one account, guys. So you can go and you can mess around with other accounts, and you can have one account that you keep sacred, right? So my broker account that I'm going to work with now is in US dollars. The account size, I won't tell you what it is. I'll just do that, right? And then I'll do another one after. So the risk to reward ratio, forget the word risk. How much do I want to make with my 10 pips?
3%.
3%. So I want to know, what is 3% of that if I only go for, ignore the stop loss, what do I put in there?
10.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter about risk and stop loss. It's actually telling me that on a $25,000 account that's in dollars, if I trade Euro GBP and I get 10 pips, what is 3%? It will tell me that I need to have a lot size of 5.3 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. So for the old people that remember Dusty Bin. So I can't have 3 decimal places. I don't know why it gives 3 decimal places. I guess because it's working out the math properly. So I would say that's a lot size of 5.32 on that size account. If my account was $250, my lot size would be 0.053. Can't have 3 decimal places, so it'd be 0.05. That's how you work it out properly. There's another way of working it out. And this is what I did for quite a while. Come back here. In the guide section somewhere, you will see, I think it's under live trading sessions, you will see this lot size Ninja forecast and tracking sheet. Sorry, I moved on. Has anybody got any questions on that? Everybody understand that? If it was Euro JPY, it's a different lot size. If it was GBP CAD, it's a different lot size. Yeah, this is how you can work it out exactly. If you're aggressive and you want to go for 5%, don't recommend it, because when you take a loss, mind you, see how you go. Once your trading is done, I often do more than 3%, so I can't really say that. But once you're happy, your risk is your business. But you know, you can just quickly change this and get it. So yeah, I when I'm good, that's what I do. When I'm not so good, but still pretty well behaved, I use this. And we've got plan A daily profit. It doesn't have to be daily. You could, I thought I had something else on here. Per session, there you go. You could call it per session if you wanted. So, anyway, I'll show on this one just because it looks like a nicer sheet. But these don't have to be daily. These could be hourly or per session or whatever. So basically, if I start with $250 and I'm going for 3% per day or per trade, start month 1, daily pip gold 10 pips, it will work it out based on like GBP USD. So GBP AUD, for example, is different, but it gives me a rough lot size, right? So if I'm trading GBP USD, this is perfect. But different currencies, the lot sizes are different values. So when I'm really good, I use my FX book position size calculator. When I'm still pretty good, I do this, but what would I do? That's not 0.08, that's 0.1. I round it up to cover the fact that some of them are different. So I don't always quite get 3%, but often I'll go a bit over 3%. Yeah, or it works out about right in the long run for me. 0.15, sorry, 0.13 towards the bottom there is 0.15. You know, by the time you come down here, you know, 0.39 becomes 0.5 for me. So I round up a little bit, but without going crazy. But that was only based after the fact that I was winning so many. I'll show you the win rate in a minute. So that was based on the fact I was winning so many. When I'm being really bad, right? When I'm being really bad, I don't look at any of this, and I just know that roughly 1.0, you know, 1.0 is about $10 a pip on GBP USD, and therefore 3.0 is roughly $30 a pip, roughly. But if I get 10 pips, that's roughly $300. I don't care if it's 250 or 350. I've made roughly $300 for the day. That's the way I look at it. But I'm not a very precise guy, as you probably heard. So we got a ninja up on Euro GBP. That's looking good for a buy. I'm holding off. Well, am I holding off? It looks good, doesn't it? 1 hour. That's really in the extreme on the 1 hour. What we got left on the 15-minute time frame. Now then, this could bounce off that line there. So I'm going to wait. Add alert. Actually, let's make sure I'm on Heikin Ashi. I'm going to add an alert on Euro GBP on the indicator. Ninja up once per bar close. I'm going to wait for the full bar close, see if I get an alert on that, and I might make a decision. Any questions on this before I show you the win rate? How to work out this lot size thing? if you do that and you just round it up from 0.11 to 0.22 or 0.12 to 0.15, personally, I don't think you're like over risking. Do you know what I mean? You're not over leveraging, because on GBP/AUD, you probably need to be more like 0.15 anyway. So I don't think you're over leveraging if you round it up sensibly. Don't go, oh yeah, 0.11, I'll make that a 0.9. Yeah, but if you're rounding it up sensibly, that will keep you in check. Then in terms of, I'll see if we've got any trades to give you as well, actually. In terms of win rate, I don't, because I'm like on these sessions, what I'm doing is setting traps more. We kind of pulled away from doing it, but if you want to see, oh, there we go, live trading results. So this is when we started doing it. And BYOB was the strategy, but BYOB has become the Ninja trading system. It's just that we're using the scanner rather than the vibrator product. There's all the wins, all the losses, 10 pips, 10 pips, minus 20, 15-minute scan. We didn't check that. At that point, it was a 92.5% win rate. Minus 20, oh, sorry, we've done that one. Minus 2% of the account on that one, minus 2% on the account on that one, the way we were doing it. This one was a loss between 10 and 90 pips, depending on when people got out. We didn't wait for the full alert, did not follow the rules. 10, 5, 10. So all of these, for me, that's 3%, that's 3%, that's 1.5%, that's 3%. That's a 92% win rate there. Risk, this was a 25 to life trade. We risked 1% and we lost that one. Didn't trigger. 30 pips, minus 8, 90% win rate. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 5. That was 91 or 92.8 if you ignore the neutral trades, but that's 91%. So this stuff works, guys. So I think we finished when I stopped doing this, I started trying to pick it up again, but not very good at filling it in. But basically, you guys are on with me, so you can see. But yeah, about 89% win rate. So that's why I'm not as particular about my lot size as I used to be, because I stand a good chance of winning the trades. In terms of trades, alert on EUR/AUD. Right, so we'll look at that one as well. But look, Ninja Smart Money, there's a trade for you there. If you go in Discord, if you're new and you don't know where it is, there's a trade for you. CAD JPY, that is probably still 7th. That might still be valid. You might want to check that one as well. And then Bankers Trade Ideas, see if there's any put in here from Mr. Knight. Not any at the minute, but he's away, like I say. But yeah, but if you check those two for trades, Ninja Smart Money, the reason why I pulled that one up is because I can give you results for that. David's very good at sort of logging it and taking screen grabs and everything. Ninja Smart Money trades. Wait for it to load. Here we go. That's my wife going out. So this month so far, he's lost 1. He's messed up there because he's messed up because he's risked 1.46%, because it should be 1%. Anyway, he's lost 1, 2, 3, 4.4%, and he's won 3.7. So the account's about 1% down. Last month, though, he did 26.96%, and the month before he did 79.45%. The thing is, his risk to reward look is generally 1 to 4, 1 to 5. So when he wins, if he wins the next one, that will put him back in profit. And if he wins the one after that, he'll be more in profit. And if he loses one after that, it will only take him down a notch. It'll only take him down 1%. And if he loses the next one, it will only take him down 1%. And if he wins the next one, it's 4 or 5% up again. So it wipes those out plus more. So they are given to you if you want to take them. But again, whenever you're taking anybody else's trades, you need to take them all. Because guess what? You'll look at that and you go, it's amazing, it's amazing. I'm going to take this trade. And I'll just take the next one. You take the next one, that'll be a loser. And you go, bloody hell, you know, you're only ever as good as your last trade, you find. If you do these sessions, like Tom's just starting out, you're only as good as your last trade. Patrick Kenny said it on his DeLorean session once. He said at the minute, he said, I've got a lot of new people flocking to the channel because I've had a little winning streak. He said, the next trade I lose, I've seen it before, you wait, you watch the numbers drop off the sessions. If I just lose one. We all know nobody can win every trade. Not even me. Right, overtime. I've got stuff to do because I've got to get stuff on for the workshop. Everybody happy?
Yeah, cheers, Paul. That was good.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
See you guys later.
Thanks.
Cheers,
Bye.
Paul.
Bye-bye.